I'll be going through the answers quickly, so make sure your course book is open in front of you, and please stop and rewind the video as you need to. So, got your book open in front of you? Are your answers in capitals? Want to know why the answers are the answers? Then let's go. For question number 1, the context tells us that not much attention is now paid to table matters. And we've got to use this expression that we're given, but we've got to mean the same as not much. So what word can we choose here that collocates with very, that means the same as not much? Of course, we can say little. Very little attention is paid to ... Question number 2, bit tricky here, because if we understand the context, basically what the message is that it is common to see. In other words, we can see it everywhere. But the structure that we've got here actually uses a double negative, which is, I think, incorrect. But never so I wouldn't recommend that you use this structure in your writing and so on, at least not without understanding exactly why you would break the rules of using double negatives in English. Here, it's used to establish emphasis. And this word that we've got to choose for this gap helps us establish that emphasis. What is the word that we need? All. It is not at all uncommon to see ... For question number 3, the context tells us that we are talking about some kind of comparative form here. What's the comparative form that we need? Than. More than ... For question number 4, what we need here is a preposition of location, something that happens at the meal table. For question number 5, what we need here is the relative pronoun that connects what was mentioned before to what follows afterwards. And we're talking about a game. So it's like we could just say, in the game people do something. But of course, the language structure is used a little bit more complex. So what's the relative pronoun that we need here? Which. The game in which something happens. For question number 6, the word that we need here is a substitutive form that refers back to mobile phones. As a matter of fact, if you have a look at the picture next to the exercise, it'll give you a great big clue. What substitutive term can we use to refer to mobile phones in this context? Well, we can either say one on top of the other, or we could say each on top of the other. For question number 7, what we're describing here is the first person and the action that they do, in which then incurs some kind of penalty. So what we need to do here is introduce the verb that follows. How do we do that? Well, in this case, given the language structure, we need to use a full infinitive. In other words, we have to use the word to. So the first person to do something. For question number 8, the emphasis is that it suggests that nothing has happened, that the phones have all been left alone, but we don't have the negative form that suggests that something has not happened. So here we have to introduce the negative form. What's the answer that we need? No.